Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel Dr. VKR all about civil engineering. So we are continuing our sustainable construction material series. In the previous video we have discussed about what is meant by sustainability, what is the importance of sustainable materials and where we are getting benefit from the use of these sustainable materials. As a part of this series, in today's video we are going to discuss about the one of the most important sustainable material, that is nothing but fly ash. So fly ash is one example of a classical sustainable material. So we will discuss everything in detail. In this video, we are going to discuss various aspects of the fly ash. That means what is fly ash, how it is going to be produced, what are the various types of the fly ash and its properties, what are the advantages and disadvantages of the fly ash, where we are using in the construction, that is application of the fly ash in various construction fields, and how it leads to the sustainability also. These topics we are going to discuss in detail in today's video. Let us move into the actual content. So here the fly ash is very fine powder particle which is going to be obtained as a byproduct in the thermal power plant. So how this is going to be collected? In general, in the thermal power plant, especially coal based ones, so when we burn the coal, some fine particles are going to be travel with the flue gases. These gases are going to be collected by using the electrostatic precipitators. What are the fine particles that travel through the flue gases which are collected in the electrostatic precipitator is known as fly ash. This is how in general the fly ash is going to be collected in the thermal power plant. Instead of dumping these things in the form of ash ponds or the landfills, we can use this material as for the construction also. In general, fly ash is classified as the pozzolanic material. Pozzolanic material is nothing but it can't have cementing properties on its own. Whenever this type of pozzolanic materials combined with the water and lime, then they are going to form the cementitious materials also. So like this, the pozzolanic materials will derive their properties. So if you observe the main physical composition or the chemical composition, what are the major ingredients? Basically we are having the silica, alumina, calcium oxide, and all these things are going to be there, but it depends from material to material. Various fly ashes are there. So based on this one, we are going to have this one. So if you observe this one, fly ash is very fine particle, in general spherical shape. So spherical shape fine particle which are in general gray color. So these are the physical appearance of the fly ash. So because of this chemical composition and pozzolanic nature, it is one of the best material to use in the concrete. Now if you see the fly ash, there are basically two types, class C, class F. So it's all based on from which material the fly ash has been derived. So if we are using the bituminous coal in the power generation process, then the fly ash obtained is known as class C. In class C fly ash, the lime content is going to be less, but it is having the more resistance to the acid attacks. And for mass concreting production, fly ash is going to be very vital element and it is going to be advantageous also. Now let us see the another type, class F. So this class F fly ash will be derived when the lignite or subbituminous coal is used in the power plants. So here it is going to have the higher calcium content and it is having some self-cementing properties also. So because of these reasons, it can be used based on the requirement and need in the field. So this is about the classification of the fly ash. The next one is role of fly ash in the concrete. Why we are using this material in the concrete is, here we need to understand how it is going to react with the materials when mixed together. Initially it is going to have the releasing of the calcium hydroxide during the hydration and it is going to form CSH gel, additional calcium silicate hydrate gel, which gives the strength to the concrete also. So here when you see the various forms of the concrete, fresh concrete and hardened concrete, how it is going to add benefit to the concrete. In fresh concrete we are going to have the more workability, and at the fresh stage you are going to have the better properties also. Flow is going to be good. So because of this thing, and it reduces the water requirement also in the fresh stage, and whereas in the hardened stage it is going to become more durable and it is going to have the less permeability, and at the same time if you observe, it gives the later age strength. In general concrete attains the age at a curing period of 28 days. But fly ash will give later age strength. After 28 days, slowly the strength is going to be gaining, so that it is going for the long-term service life also. So because of these features, it plays an important role in the concrete. Now let us move on to the advantages of fly ash. If you observe this one, we are replacing of cement with fly ash. That means lower consumption of cement. If cement consumption reduced, means carbon footprint releasing also reduced, so that it is going to be eco-friendly, environmental friendly, and it is going to have the more durability. So durability means it is better, having the better resistance against the sulfite attacks, lower chloride penetration, and it is better against the any chemical attacks also. So in addition to these things, you are going to have the cost effectiveness also. So because of the cost effectiveness, we can have the economy also. And for the fresh concrete, it provides the workability. How it is benefiting to the workability is, as we discussed, particles of the fly ash are spherical, which act as the lubricant, and then it can easily flow, so that it is giving the better workability also for us. So these are the various advantages of the fly ash. So we discussed the advantages. Now let us see the other side of the coin, limitations and precautions. So what are the major limitations we are having? Here the property of the fly ash varies based on the raw material. What is the type of coal we are using? Based on that one, your properties are going to be varying. And here the curing is one of the important aspects. So we need to be very much careful while curing. Improper curing may lead to the reduction in the strength of the final product. And we need to have the proper mix proportions. Unlike cement, where we are going to derive the mix proportion from IS 10262. Here the same provision may not be applicable. We need to identify what is the optimal replacement of the cement with the fly ash. At that optimal percentage replacement only, we are going to get the better strength. Otherwise, the strength is going to be reduced. So we need to be very much careful when we are handling this type of the material, especially with related respect to the mix proportion. These are the limitations of the fly ash. So once we understand the advantages and limitations, then let us move on to the applications where we can use these type of materials, especially the fly ash. So in general, for building construction, in most of the areas we are having this utilization of the fly ash, and even in the cement manufacturing companies also providing the PPC type of cement. PPC is nothing but Portland pozzolanic cement, where they are mixing fly ash itself during the manufacturing of the cement. And next category is fly ash bricks. Usually we are having the clay bricks. Now we are having the fly ash bricks and fly ash blocks, where the larger dimension can be obtained and better resistance and the better load carrying capacity also observed. And another one is pavements. If you observe the recent developments, then we can see that even highways are constructed as the rigid pavements. So in that cement and concrete production also, we can use the fly ash. And in case of the dams and raft foundations and foundations for the dams and other major structures where the mass concreting is required, there also the fly ash plays an important role. And in addition to these things, embankments and fills also, we can use the fly ash there. And in the precast elements, especially if we are going for the very high strength concrete, especially the metro rail projects, all these things where we are having the some precast element, there we can use the fly ash and other sustainable materials which are going to be advantageous, and they are going to provide the later age strength also. So if you observe the fly ash bricks, why they are becoming more popular is, it is only because of its uniform shape, better strength and less water requirement also. Because of these properties, nowadays people are using mostly the fly ash bricks or fly ash blocks. This is about the application of the fly ash in the construction industry. Now let us move on to the next. Now from this one, can you give briefly how this is going to help for the sustainability development? Very simple. Just observe whatever we have discussed so far. One is less carbon footprint emissions, because we are replacing the cement with the fly ash, so usage of cement has been reduced. Second one is we are utilizing the waste product of one industry, that is thermal power plant. So no need to dump that one, and landfills problem also can be addressed with the fly ash. And here if you observe, the calcium or lime requirement can be reduced, and natural lime can be preserved for our future generations also. So like this in all aspects, whether it is of the manufacturing stage, workability, strength criteria, life cycle, cost analysis, everywhere it is going to be advantageous when compared to the conventional concrete. So like this is the must win-win situation for the fly ash also, because it is not suitable for the uses previously. It is dumped as a waste material, and we are having the other issues of the environmental concerns by using the cement and other natural resources. So by clubbing these two, we are having the safer environment and eco-friendly system also in and around us, so that the sustainability is going to be achieved by using the fly ash material. So this is regarding the fly ash. Now, so in the next video we are going to come up with another sustainable material which is going to be very much useful like fly ash also. This is for today. If you like this video, I request everyone to like, share and subscribe our channel. And if you need any doubt or if you want any topic to be explained in detail, keep it in the comment section and we will work on that one and we will come up with another new video. Thank you all.